people talking about Ron Paul here and there. I realize that there's actually a new category, and I'm going to call that the aware category. If you're awake, I mean, the whole thing is just, are you asleep? Are you sheeple? Well, you got to go wake people up. If you don't know by now that you've been lied to your whole life, if you still hold on somehow, if you trust politicians or the media whatsoever, if you haven't figured out that the complete whole of the system is just a big bullshit scam, that you're being gamed, if you don't understand that, then it's like talking to someone who hasn't realized the sky's blue yet. What is anyone supposed to do about those people? I don't know why you'd even waste your time. It's so fucking obvious. They just need to be left asleep, in my opinion, because they're, even if they were to waken up, they're so slow. What do they need? Color by numbers? So I don't even see the point in it. And then you got We Are Strange that runs around and sells the New World Order like Chicken Little selling Amway. The sky is falling, the sky is falling. Why won't you talk to me? Why won't you let me harass you? Let's do some street actions. Let's go harass people. Let's get in their face. Let's tell them 9/11 is an inside job. Let's get in people's face. Let's go up to every public figure that we can find and harass them when they're out in public and get in their face and make ourselves look completely idiotic so that the entire movement, the entire supposed truth movement, looks like a fucking circus. Let's rally around these big loudmouth bullshit artists, sensationalist ass bags like Alex Jones. Follow all these motherfuckers that talk about lizard people and all this other shit, because we can't do anything on our own. We have to have some kind of a leader. We have to have some kind of a spokesperson for us. And that's what leads me to my point. So you're awake. So what? So what? So you're awake. So you know that you've been lied to. So what? You're not even halfway there yet. Oh, it's like Strings Real said, like you took the first step on the fucking ladder, bro. And the ladder's got a whole lot more rungs to it than just the first step. So you're on the first step going, oh, I'm awake, I'm awake. Look at those idiots on the ground who are asleep. Meanwhile, your ass has been left behind. I mean, if you're still thinking about Ron Paul saving us, I like the guy. I was right there for him in '08. Campaigned for him, gave him money and the rest of it. But I mean, he's yesterday's false solution. What people aren't getting, all these awake people aren't getting, is that it isn't about being awake. It's about being aware. It's about being aware of who you are, what you are, how you integrate to this 3D reality, what you have going on inside of you, how you can make personal decisions that make this world better every day, and that it all really resides within ourselves individually, working out our issues to where we don't need to be babysat anymore, to where we can take our lives into our own hands and we don't have to believe in this greater good bullshit where benevolent intellectuals take over for us in society and spell it all out for us because we're too fucking retarded and we just don't want to take on the responsibility. We don't want to own up to our own faults and our own misgivings and our own temptations and our own sins and our own crimes. We don't want to own up to it. We want to look around for people to excuse us and make it so it's okay, so that we don't have to look in the mirror. We don't have to face the shadow within us. We want somebody else who's better at it than we are to take over and be our leader and be our spokesperson and just solve it all. And what are they going to do? I mean, Ron Paul, what's he going to do? I mean, what if somehow by some miracle he was able to put us back into 1787? Is that really where anybody wants to be? You know how fucked up things were back then? There's no going back. There's no perfect time in this country. Perhaps when the Articles of Confederation were still valid, there was some real semblance to freedom, but they quickly fucked that up with the Constitution. How many people know we had something like 15 presidents before George Washington? John Jay was one of them. How many people know that Hamilton was shot fucking dead by Aaron Burr, the vice president, because he called him out and said, you're fucking working for the crown, dude. It's obvious. You can't wait to get the bankers over here screwing us up. And so it's been day one, us against the bankers. It's been day one, holes in the Constitution you could drive trucks through that make it so easy to take away any kind of sense of liberty or whatever. Fuck it, man. I mean, I was born to this planet without obligation, and I ought to be able to live and determine for myself my future. There ought to be self-direction There ought to be people able to live their lives unencumbered, unmolested, without obligation to this false bullshit. And that's where I'm at. I'm aware that there's no solution within the system, and that it's everybody individually waking up and realizing that the system is what is the cancer. Any kind of system is the cancer. Look at this Occupy Wall Street thing. The worst thing about it, and everybody's saying that the worst thing about it is that this guy or that guy's trying to co-opt the movement and be the spokesperson for it. Absolutely, that is the worst thing that could happen to it. It should be everybody autonomously with their own pissed off reasons for being there, just like real life is. Real life has a cornucopia of people and their opinions and their ideas and their solutions and their complaints and the rest of it. But as long as I have not contracted with you and as long as I have not harmed you, keep off my fucking wave, man. Go the fuck on. Do something. I don't care who you are. If you're government, if you're Tea Party, if you're 99%er, if you're We Are Strange, I don't give a fuck who you are. If I haven't contracted with you, if I haven't harmed you or done anything for you to make a claim, then we have nothing going on between us, and you can just go fuck yourself. And really, that's the sense of freedom that everyone needs. To impose any kind of obligation on another man based on my fucking ideas, no, that doesn't work. That's not freedom. And it's not freedom coming from the other direction towards me. Being aware just means you better start looking inside yourself. You better stop looking outside yourself for solutions. You better start realizing that this life is temporary, it's fleeting, and the choices you make and the opportunities that come your way are all important lessons. And if you're caught up in some kind of belief system or dogma or fealty or patriotism or some bullshit nationalism or something, then you're not going to be making decisions based upon what your true desires and needs are. You're not going to be auto-determining your future. You're going to be putting it all through a filter of what is accepted and what's kosher within your belief system. That's the first thing to let go. Let go of all of the constructs, all the groups, all the parties, all the organizations. Let go of all of it. All the people, all the leaders. Let go of all that shit. Fuck them. You're just as much valid to be in charge as they are. Fuck them. And from there, just start realizing that time's short, and how do you want to live your life? What do you want your experience to be? Do you want to be shitting your pants to tyranny? Do you want to be running around with Alex Jones DVDs? Do you want to be hooting and hollering for Ron Paul 2012 and go through the same fucking sadness that happened in 2008? The disappointment? You're going to get, folks. You're going to get disappointed again with Ron Paul. Even if he was to make it into office, which I think would be very interesting if someone have to suit up and march around like it's Playland or Halloween or something, and we'll put on our politician suits and we'll go and secretly vote for our master, because we're slaves that secretly vote for our master. How fucking retarded. But if we're going to suit up and we're going to go secretly vote for our master, most interesting candidate would be Ron Paul, and I'd like to see what he could do, but only just out of interest. Not that I really believe in any of it. I don't. It's just I'd like to see. Hell, I'd like to see one of the fucking Jonas Brothers become president, or that Justin Bieber, just to mix it up, just to have anything fucking different. I don't care. Fuck. Macaulay Culkin. It could be anybody in that position, and it wouldn't really matter. It's just somebody that goes on TV, reads a teleprompter, does everything the fucking banker says to do, and that's it. You know, that's being president, and making lots of fucking money, taking vacations all on the taxpayer dime.